Yo guys, what's going on today? It's your boy KXVI. Today I'm going to be teaching y'all how to make some melodies for Gunna, some DS4 vibes. As usual, if you want this melody, you can download it for free below. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into this. This is what the loop sounds like. First thing I did is I started with the synth over here, and I played this little pattern using the sequencer on the synth. And it's just a minor chord changing the middle notes. So if it was in MIDI, it would look a little something like this. You know, this isn't the exact pattern at all, but just changing these notes. And I just sequenced it on the Prophet over here and recorded it in. And this is what that sounds like. So that's already sounding crazy. I added an RC20 on it. Basically how I got it to be fast right here is once I had it bounce to audio, I just took that and just double speeded it. Next thing I added was just a church bell on top of it with a delay. After that, next thing I added was just this little bell accent. Just a super simple pattern. It's following the chord. I just put a portal preset on it and an H delay just to give it that ambient kind of vibe. And then the final thing, which is really the main part of this melody, is this flute. And I played this in on my keyboard, but the melody is actually pretty simple. It's from this Bansuri Ventus Ethnic Winds Bansuri bank from KONTAKT Sauce. What you want to do is turn the vibrato up. By default, it's like right here. You want to put that all the way up almost. It just gives it that vibe. And you also want to pitch it up 12, because if you don't, I don't know, it speeds it up and it sounds more like a live flute. So I added an RC20 on that with some reverb, but that's pretty much it for effects. Alright, so for some tips with the flute, you want to have the notes overlapping each other so that it activates the legato in this KONTAKT bank, because that's really where the magic is in this melody, I think. See, it just doesn't have that same effect that it does when it's like this. And if I had to give you any tips for coming up with the actual melody, you kind of want to stay in the notes of the chord. So if you see here, this is just a minor chord, and you just really want to keep it simple, but just mess around with the velocities, the sliding of the notes and stuff like that. And that's how you get it to sound kind of realistic. So after I had all that, I bounced it to audio. The loop was pretty much done. The only thing I did to switch it up was I threw a halftime on it for a different section. So with the halftime, it sounds like this. So as you can see, I kind of chopped up the flute a little bit because whenever I half-timed it, it was kind of playing the same pattern too repetitively. So I just got rid of a couple of the runs in there just to make it a little bit more spaced out. And then the last little section here has that little bell accent, and it sounds like this. So that's pretty much it for the sample. I threw some quick drums on here, so let's get into that. This is what the drums sound like with the sample. So the first thing I did was this 808 right here. I'm just following the root notes of the chord, and as you can see right here, I did some transition notes that were up higher, but if you transpose them, this is the same note here, and this is just it's the top note of the chord. So you have these three together, make a minor chord right here. So that's why you want to use this note. This is what the 808 sounds like. Added a clap, nothing to it, just a normal clap. And the last drum I added, which this beat isn't really finished by the way, just kind of get an idea out. Added this hi-hat. It's kind of got a bouncy little pattern to it with a bunch of rolls and spaces in between the notes and stuff. That's pretty much it. This one's super simple, but it's fire, so that's really all that matters. It's only got a couple sounds. If you want this loop for free, you can download it. The link in the description. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.